Well, good afternoon. This is Tim with C&D Farms. Of course, we're not on our main farm. We're still at the current home place. We hadn't sold it. It's been a while since I put a video out. Not a professional YouTuber. Don't think that I'll ever be, but I do plan on documenting the journey that we have moving from this place to another at our farm, and that's when we will have C&D Farm. So today I've been it's November, and I've been cutting a path down to where some trees fell down through the summer months. Last year and even 2018, we had a lot of storms in this area, and one of the things that it did was it blew down a lot of trees at my current home place. But accessibility has always been a problem. Getting down here to them, being able to cut them, get them out, and be able to use them is kind of different. But I do have a tractor now that I can use. So I've been kind of cutting a path down through the woods to kind of get to a couple of these trees. One of them is still alive. I'm gonna kind of pan behind me. You'll kind of see, you know, that tree right there. It fell last year during one of the storms. Let me get back up here. But it didn't die. So it's got a lot of new growth coming out of it, all on the top of it. And but it's also kind of in a bad spot. And that's one of the things that I want to go ahead and get it cut. Because we are going to start getting this land ready to sell before we move up to Glenview. Selling this will be the last thing we do. We'll actually should be moved in the other house before we actually put this one up for sale. That's the plan anyway. Plans change. That's one reason why I'm doing this video today, is I've been kind of in a holding pattern. I didn't really know what I was going to do. I'd applied for a position at my employer. I work for a governmental agency, and I'd applied for a position, and kind of thinking I was going to do it or wanted to do it. But one of the stipulations we had is I had to move to the city, and so if I took that job, we were kind of going to be in a holding pattern. Our plan was still to build on the farm out on Glenview, but what we were going to do and how we were going to do it, the timetable was going to change. Found out this week that I didn't get that position, which is fine. It was kind of a long shot for me anyway. I'm kind of new in my current position, so moving up with only about a year's experience in my current position, it wouldn't have been you know, but I wanted to go through the process. I wanted to try it, so we'll see. But by getting the news and now knowing the plan to move to Glenview is going to shift into high gear. So we still got a little bit of a sale that we've got to do on the current piece of property, but after we get that sold, and I'm really working pretty aggressively on that right now, and hopefully we can get that done hopefully by January, February. If it happens before the end of the year, that's great too, but I just don't see it happening that quick. Anyway, so what we got here, I wanted to kind of show an example. I got a thing for my weed eater, string trimmer, and I'll go up and show it to you in a few minutes, or I'll put it on the link afterwards. But it's got plastic blades on it with little serrated tips, ends on the end of it. And you can kind of see behind me here. So right over there, kind of right in that section right there, you can kind of see where I cut a path through there. Well, and sorry I don't have a good camera. I'm using my iPhone right now, but you can see kind of right beside it, over in right in there, that's what this section right here looked like. So filming, I got to get my lefts and rights taken care of, but I am new. I did say that. So one of the things I also kind of done a little bit, I'm gonna cut a path, kind of use my side-by-side, go down here and cut it, and then take your side-by-side and either bring it out in the bed, or I may actually bring some of it, cut it up in like 6-foot lengths to where I can drag it with the side-by-side. So anyway, that's the plan right now. So wanted to kind of put an update on the channel, and kind of see, like I say, I don't have any subscribers, so if you are watching this, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. I really don't know what I'm gonna do with this YouTube channel. I do know that I'm gonna document us building our homestead from scratch on Glenview. That was the original plan for this, and just kind of the things that we do. So I'm gonna show you this. I'm not one to one brand. I've got a steel chainsaw, I got an Echo weed eater, my side-by-side is a Massimo Tractor Supply Special, although it does work pretty good. But anyway, I'm gonna show this here. This is it's a universal attachment, and I'll put the name of it in the description. Nobody's sponsoring me to do this. I was just impressed with it. So here's what it looks like. I'll kind of zoom in here a little closer. There's the edges on it, and I'm really impressed. I didn't videotape stuff of when I went up to the farm, but I cut a path down through the woods. It was an old logging road, and I took the four-wheeler, took all of this, and was able to cut, I mean, you know, stuff a little bit bigger around than your finger, trees, saplings, maybe even a little bigger. That's my compost pile, and with no problems. So we do have, I sold all my goats, but then we bought 2 more. So this was a goat pen we always had at this house, and so we've got 2 goats. My daughter shows them, and we bought these 2, trying to get them ready. They'll have a show come 2020 in April, in the Pennsylvania County, Caswell County Junior Livestock Show. So here's 2 goats that we bought, and I'll see what we can do with them. They're a little older. I really hope that their milk teeth don't come in. They will be less than a year when the show. That's the rules. These 2 goats were born in late June, but they do have good genetics and show pretty good promise. Hopefully we'll do well with that. So that's some other little updates we got. We do camp, so I winterize my camper. That's why camp was open. And I'll show you the bed we had that Justin Rhodes come up with. And so we planted a summer garden, had tomatoes, and then we planted a winter garden. So we got some broccoli and some lettuce, then got away from us a little bit. But I'm gonna cut the broccoli up today. Maybe a little bit too big, but we're gonna have us some broccoli, fresh grown from our garden. So that'll be nice. Anyway, so that's kind of the story as of right now. I hope I can piece these videos together when it comes time to editing them. Like I say, I still got a lot of learning to do. Hope I can cut my head off. I was cutting some wood, so one of the things that I do in my job is promote safety. So I felt like if I'm gonna be on video and Probably should have been doing it all along. I bought me a helmet with some ear protection. I always used to wear ear protection when I was cutting, but I didn't have the helmet with the face shield. And I also didn't have the chaps. So I bought the safety chaps after seeing a couple of people get their legs cut with a chainsaw when it kicks back. The safety chaps make good sense. So I've always had the hearing protection, but never really had the rest of the gear to go along with it. So and there again, it was a deal. So I got a Husqvarna helmet and chaps using a steel chainsaw. I'm not real sure that the people in the chainsaw world would like that, but I'm not really a brand person. I'm more of a what does a good job for me. That weed eater attachment, I'll put the link down. It's an off brand. It's not an Echo, it's a universal brand. The guy at the store told me to try it. He said he's had good luck with it, and I have to admit it's pretty awesome. And it was $20 cheaper than the Echo version, and the Echo version didn't have the serrated ends on it. So I felt like this one was really good for briars and some of this brush that we're cutting. It was awesome. So until the next video, I'll send some updates out, and hopefully we'll be on our journey to building our homestead on Glenview Drive, and we can kind of follow. I'll let the YouTube world and some of my family, y'all can follow along with the progress. Until the next time, talk to you later.